Hello guys, and welcome to another ship showcase. Today we will be doing a very special showcase as I'm going to be showcasing the Shredder Light T2 version. I have been super excited to showcase this ship. I mean, look at the front ring. This just screams powerful. Everybody needs one of these. This thing is so cool. Let's start off with some statistics. So this thing has 308 ore crates, 200 batteries, 108 million propellant, as well as ISAN Quad version 2, and auto-targeting mining lasers. Now, per the usual, let's start off at the back and work our way to the front. Let's take a look while we're heading back there. Just look at the lights. It's a very cozy look. I like it. Now there are a few differences between the T2 and the T1, mainly just being thrusters, but if we look on the back here, we have a pretty nice thruster array, T2 triangle thrusters, complemented by T1 box thrusters that will help you maneuver. We've got a whole load of radiators, and then here we can see our ore crates. Look at how many radiators there are. So many of them. One of the neatest things about this ship, in my opinion, is this little glass catwalk. This thing is super neat. Let's go ahead and hop down in the ship. Oop. And work our way towards the back here. Look at those hydrogen tanks. Those things are humongous, and there's so many of them. I mean, this interior is just so spacious. It is humongous on the inside. I really like how roomy it is. And then of course, you know, with all this room, you can even go ahead and put crafting benches in here, no problem. On the sides here, we do have some fuel rod storage. And then looking this way, we can see all our T2 generators. And this isn't even all of them. If we hop up here to the little catwalk, we can see a whole load of batteries. And then we've got this great view into the outside world. Let's keep moving forward here. Hop down. We have the rest of our T2 generators, as well as more racks for your fuel rods. Now if we look here, there's a pretty neat button, and this opens up all your YOLO chip racks, and then on the other side you have like your transponder and your flight computer. But yeah, super neat how that's kind of hidden. It looks really good. And then up here we have our throttle arrays, or lever array, whatever you want to call it. Now when you do get this ship, it turns incredibly fast. I recommend coming right in here and changing these throttles to at least half of what they are when you get it, value-wise that is. It is a very maneuverable ship. And of course up here we have our doors. Although a lot of the time I'll just come through this way. Let's go ahead and take a seat in the captain's chair. We'll start on the left side. If we look over here, we have our lamp buttons, internal and external. We also have a ring lamp to help you see the ore that you're mining. We've got your material scanner, as well as a nifty approach script. This Pathfinder button here just shoots out your typical green lasers. It's kind of hard to see here, but there's 4 of them. And then we also have this aim mode. Now I'll get to that later. And then you have your mining mode here and your ore collector button. You always need this on when you're mining. And I also recommend that you go ahead and you go into your V menu. Let me sit down. And you're going to want to rebind this mining laser button to, for me, I like to do spacebar. And what this will do is it will allow you to hold your spacebar and it will shoot the mining lasers. Now, you have to keep the button held to shoot the mining lasers, but it's really nifty that way. And then here you have your pulse button. And we can see that the mining lasers rotate and pulse. It's pretty neat. Now coming over here we have another collector button as well as your standard cruise and your slow. The slow takes you down to 50% throttle, and then your turtle mode actually deactivates those rear thrusters. So the only thrusters you will be using are these ring thrusters here. If we look over on the right hand side, we can see some useful information such as position, battery, fuel chamber, fuel, and your hydrogen level, as well as your generator rate. And then over here we just have the addition of the buttons that we have right here. We just have them here again. And then finally ID's just your transponder. Now if you're looking into purchasing this ship, we do have some YOLO chips here. And these YOLO chips actually explain everything in the ship. So when you purchase the ship, you're definitely gonna want to come through here and just take a quick scan through all of these. It has some pretty useful information. Now let's go ahead and look at this ring here. This is probably the most notable thing about the shredder, is it has this unique ring. We have 24 mining lasers here, as well as a couple of ore collectors. And then here we have our material scanner. Now let's go ahead and turn on this aim button I said we would get back to later. If we turn on that button, and you're going to want to do that before you start mining, let's go ahead and pretend we're an asteroid. Watch how the mining lasers, the ore collectors, and the material scanner all moves to focus on me. And they kind of jitter, but that actually helps when you're mining the ore. That way it mines it all up instead of a smoother change. Yeah, that is really, really neat. So I ran into Richard here while I was out shooting the montage, and he actually reminded me of a few things that I might need to include in the video, one of them being propellant and fuel rod usage. Now, I have used this thing for probably 3 hours and it has barely drained either of those values. Another thing to note is this ship has flow in and flow out, so you can import or export propellant. And Richard also demonstrates the tracking of the mining lasers. Overall, I like the color scheme. I like the mining laser setup. I think it has some really nifty stuff for going here in the safe zone and just absolutely obliterating asteroids. I know you guys saw the montage, so that's just kind of a little bit of a sneak peek of what this thing has to offer. I mean, this thing is just crazy. It is so much fun to fly and to use. And it's actually a reasonable price. Now, my only complaint about this ship is actually the reverse thrusters. So the reverse thrust power is not very good at all. And I imagine if you would take this ship out of the safe zone, you would probably eat an asteroid straight to the face. It doesn't have very good stopping power, and it has a heck of a lot of forward thrust, so it's really easy to tap that shift key and then slam yourself into an asteroid because you couldn't get stopped in time. So that's something that you need to watch out for and pay attention to if you plan on taking this thing outside of the safe zone. Yeah, overall, just a super neat ship. It has a spacious interior, really cozy light setup. It's an absolute badass ship. You've got so many generators, so many fuel rods, just so much of everything. 24 mining lasers. I mean, it's just crazy, this ship is. To actually go ahead and purchase this ship, you're going to have to do it through the Starbase Ship Shop Discord, I believe it's called. Let me take a look. Yep, Starbase Ship Shop Discord. I'll go ahead and leave a link to that in the description below, and you guys can check that out and hopefully get yourself a shredder. I highly recommend it. It's a super cool ship. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. I'm also going to leave the company Discord link down in the description below if you guys would like to come hang out over there. We hang out in the community voice channel a lot, so you guys are all free to come in and hang out. We always have a really good time over there. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.